everyone here, and today we're going to be running some Citadel maps. We ran one the other day, yesterday actually, with defeated Count Gianor, but I have a few others that I've been routing to that are going to be the Stone Citadel with Doriani, and of course another Iron Citadel or two. Along the way we're going to also be facing off with a new unique map that I have not seen before. It must be really rare because I've seen multiple of the others minus the Silent Cave, and this one seems to be quite rare. So really looking forward to showcasing it with you guys. And then we've got a lot to cover, so pretty much Citadel content. We've got a Nexus that we're routing to, actually two of them, and then we have a unique map. So I'm going to showcase all that for you in today's stream. We do have the Wheel of Doom as the challenge for today, so essentially every super chat equals one spin on the Wheel of Doom. Wheel of Doom can pretty much result in anything that can destroy the game for me. As long as it's not that unique map we haven't done yet, or the Pinnacle Encounters, I'll be more than happy to do it. Not Pinnacle Encounters, the Citadel Encounters. I'll be more than happy to honor that request, just because I want to make sure I'm showing you guys some fun content, and if we can actually test out and see how well the Huntress fares against the Citadel stuff. In the future, we're going to run the spin the Wheel of Doom, and it does not matter. If we're doing Pinnacle or anything else, I will gladly ruin my chances because of that. So anyways, good stuff. Let me check this message real quick. All right, all good, all good. Okay, so essentially we're going to be starting off with, I would imagine, warming up just a bit. We're going to be routing over here. This is the unique map I was just discussing. And then we do have a Nexus area over here. And then we have Citadels right here, and of course here. I could be using the shortcuts naturally, but you know, I'm just being difficult. So yeah, I think maybe we start routing towards either the unique map or whatever else. I think that'd be fun. Let's think. Okay, yeah, this will be a fun one. We start routing this way then. 1, 2, 3, 4, or yeah, it'll be about the same. We'll start here though. I hate the Valve Factory. Let's juice these maps and then we'll get going. But anyways, hope you guys are having a great start to your day. It's been raining like crazy today, but I love the rain, so. Okay, now we can go run these maps. Again, we're just going to warm up a few just for now. And we're going to be routing towards this Moment of Zen, because why not, right? Blooming Field, my gosh, the map that I can never escape. The hour has struck. So yeah, we're going to be running, hopefully destroying Gianor again. We'll be facing off with Doriani as well. I have not yet seen a Iron Stone and Copper Citadel. So I've not seen a Copper Citadel yet. Apparently last season those were the most rare. But I ended up finding so many, and I was really fortunate because they sold for quite a bit whenever you didn't need them for your Arbiter keys. Why are they so tanky? They're not. I'm just weak. Okay. I just lack the courage. Kill them. Give me all that gold, baby. A breach up here already? Oh, I was gonna say, why isn't he dying? He's dead. He just doesn't know it yet. Go away, demons. Now, those stray bombs can do a lot of work, so we gotta get away from those. It's so tricky when they aren't actually dead and they look dead. They're just, no, they look alive. I mean, they're floating around like, hmm? This is a, I guess, juiced up breach, if you will, because it is a +1. We did defeat Zesht in yesterday's stream, so we applied those Atlas points to the mechanic. I think I went with density, and the monster density is nice. It's a little bit more reminiscent of how it used to be, though the way things used to be. These guys. See, some of these levels, man, they have you go back and forth, and oh, it's a dead end. Damn these dead ends. Oh, you're not dead? God. Armor scrap. So Clear Obscure is coming out tomorrow, and that's definitely something I'm interested in checking out, at least featuring my first like bit of it. That would be a lot of fun just to check out. It's turn-based, which isn't really my thing, but it just, I'd say the visuals are just so striking. This world building looks fantastic, and the material that I have seen on the very limited material. But definitely looks like something I wouldn't be averse to playing and featuring on the channel. So let me know if you guys want to see that. I'd be more than happy to. I think I can get it on Game Pass, if I'm not mistaken. So it does come out the 24th, which is tomorrow. I'd be more than happy to feature that. There's a few games like that I want to go back and feature. South of Midnight's another. And I think that I was misunderstanding the fact that it was on Game Pass, because it said out now, but it was like if you purchased it, you had early access to it. But I didn't realize that it was going to be free day one. So I did want to try that too, because some of the boss fights look pretty nice. The ones that social media ruined for us all. Aren't you shocked? There you go. Where's the little wispy going? Come on, guy. Let's go. He's gonna go here. Please absorb him. There you go. Grab the 15. Technically, I think we're good to go if we wanted, but I'll just see. There's a lot of monsters left and lots of opportunities for loot, so I say we kill the rest of them and we'll go route towards the map boss, Crowbell, or Crowbell's discount. Little brother. Ooh, that was close. Not very many. I thought it was gonna be a lot more like pockets of enemies, but not really. That's fine then. They're probably gonna be up in that corner. But I already made my decision. I need to move my pillow too. My old man pillow. Let's do this. What is Crowbell's little brother called? The Black Crow. Very much so. Oh, he was in. You invincible?
good hunt.
Oh my gosh, why would you do that little cheap shot of yours? Now you die. Exalted Orb. Ooh, I'll sell them. Anything I can carry, why not? Why not? There's this big chunk of map that's probably undiscovered. Divine? Okay. No. Would have been sweet. Ow. Yeah, that's about it. Okay, well. Birds. That's it for me. Okay, so we're moving kind of slow. It's fine. I need my muscle milk. I'm just kidding. This is actually core power. Ah, 47 grams of protein, baby. Let's go. I feel the power coursing through my veins. Matthias Rain, welcome, my brother. Let he who hath doth understanding the Inhuman one live so that we may bear witness to his awesomeness. What? He's getting biblical on us. Love it. Hey, Inhuman, hope your day is going well. It's going quite well. Thank you. This is a real... Wow. This is a pretty... Oh, never mind. I thought that was added damage. Never mind. Still good, though. Hope you're having a great day as well, my friend. It is nice and rainy over here. I love the rain. Rain is just, I don't know, it's so relaxing to me, and I really enjoy it. And it's been raining pretty much since late last night, all the way through this morning, and I just love it. I love the rain. Yeah, this is my first breach ring. See this? Very good. Fizz damage to attacks, cold resistance. See, I wonder. I could probably juice those mothers up, you know? I'll keep those there for now. Those are things we're potentially going to juice, though. You know, Matthias, I hadn't checked up on your progress on Mandragora, or Mandragora, or whatever, however it's said. How is that game treating you? Don't want evasive monsters. We'll be facing off with, after the moment of Zen, I think that's plenty of warm-up. We go face off with Count Geonor again, Doriani, and then we can check out those unique maps. I do have another Castaway map, which is so much fun. I'm going to juice the heck out of that one with one of these really nice increased gold drop waystones I have. So now the waystones that have these types of mechanics that at first seemed kind of empty are now really nice. So I'll give you guys some tips on best waystones to use for the unique map. So first and foremost, Doris Gamer 12, thank you so much for the follow. You're welcome to the channel as long as you're not some sort of web design person. Scum of the earth, I say. And that's coming from a content. But anyways, the different types of maps. So Castaway is the map where there's not any equipment drops, it's just 100% exclusive gold type drops. So obviously a waystone that increases the amount of gold that's dropped is going to be the most beneficial there. And the Fractured Lake unique map. That is a map where they duplicate the rare enemies. So you fight double the rare enemies you normally would. So anything that's going to increase the number of rare enemies. So like 60% increased rare enemies on the map is fantastic because you're just getting more and more enemies to face off with. That dude's dead. And then for the Viridian Wildwood, you know, I'm not really sure what I would do for that one. It just seems like dependent on the loot you actually find in the map, so that little chest that it often contains. And then we have the new map that I've yet to see, which I believe is the one that's kind of like Stonehenge related, where you activate the glyphs and then you face off with, I think it's like 10 waves of bosses. That's gonna be scary. But we're gonna do our best to survive it. So I would imagine modifiers, you know, like, so precursor tablets that give bosses more modifiers, things like that would probably be beneficial. And then for Silent Cave, that's all about essences. So, you know, that is more so like maybe increased quantity or quality of dropped items, and I would say quality of rarity of items. I would say the rarity of items is going to be the most important, because you're going, and that would be good on any of them minus the gold drop one, but rarity of items would be ideal because you'll be able to maximize your chances of getting some good stuff. The Val Orb is already going to increase your chances of getting greater essences and things like that, so not bad. We definitely need to find another Silent Cave though. That was such a fun map to run. Heavy bolt! Alright. Well, it made me skip this little section over there. There's probably nothing, but I'll go down and kill these enemies. Matthias says, thanks for asking. Well, remember that time I said picking a rogue class would most likely be a mistake? Well, I was right and hit a couple of roadblocks against a stupid vampire. The boss that becomes blood, and then there's two of them. Because you've been on him for a few days if you hadn't got him yet. You had to start over to even stand a chance. Oh, man. Yeah, you didn't have time for all that. No, that makes sense. Dang. It's one of those things, right, where you have to take a gamble and be like, alright, I'm going to try this new class because it looks interesting, and then you're like, ooh, this might not be the best. And that was what I kind of felt with this character here. The Huntress in general is pretty solid, however, there was a lot of, you know, I would say a lot more power and opportunity that you can unlock with the lightning or elemental variant of her. Whereas the blood version, which caused bleed damage, just doesn't have the same screen clearing capabilities, the same map clearing capabilities. You know, there's definitely a big difference and disparity in the two classes, but the two ascendancies or whatever, two styles of play. And I was like, man, I was trying to force it, and I tried every single, you know, combination I could think of, and we were able to get strong, but it was just never fast, and it was I was thinking like, oh man, we're gonna have to restart, but then they said, hey, you can change ascendancies, and that pretty much saved this series, because that would have been really tough to start over. The campaign's quite long, and even if you can get through it, you know, I'm like, I don't feel like starting a bunch of characters over this season. I want to just stick with a handful of characters and just play with them the entire time. Last season I did have, well, I had multiple characters, but I kept 5 of them. They were pretty much end game beasts. But yeah, I definitely understand that frustration. Like, ooh, I don't feel like starting over. Going through all that again. Mandragora has been abandoned for now, says Matthias. On a good note, they released the trailer for Ghost of Yote today. Game looks amazing. Comes out October 2nd. I saw some information about a lot of it, so I thought that was old news, but that's just, we got a release date, I guess. I thought I remember them saying something like that, but that's awesome. I know a lot of people love the Ghost of Tsushima, and they were just looking for any kind of expansion and things like that, so that's awesome. No gameplay in the trailer, oh man, but that's one that I wouldn't be too worried about, because you know the gameplay, if it's anything like Ghost of Tsushima, is pretty solid. Yeah, exactly. Anyone who's played Ghost of Tsushima is gonna know. You know what the gameplay is like. So they're probably just going for the cinematic kind of release or trailer instead, just to kind of get the hype up for sure. Oh, balls. Who has exploding corpses? Go away. Monster density! A perfect jeweler's orb. Oh, I'll take it. That's what I'm talking about. Oh, balls. That's fine. That was awesome. What's my rarity at right now? 21% increased rarity. I'm telling you, 27% has always been really nice for me. 27% it allows me to get divines and things like that, but I have no rarity gear on ever. I'm a 0 rarity farmer, baby. And I just go off the waystone rarity, and 20% is just sufficient. I mean, I just got a perfect jeweler's orb there. That's just a thing of beauty. Thing of beauty, I say. Nice. Now I can throw that in the good old stasheroo. I used my other one previously. Go to your home, little guy. With the increased density, now we're getting more breach splinters as well. We're already back up to 99. Love it. I don't know why I picked that up. We'll go ahead and throw this over here for now. We'll start being picky a little bit later as we have a surplus. For the accessories, we'll throw this bad boy over here as well. And then we can toss this, and then we're going to juice these. Huh, okay. Quantity of waystones. You go away. And then we're going to sell these guys. Matthias says, on another good note, Clear Obscure's getting good reviews. Yeah, I've seen like all 9s and 10s. That's pretty exciting. Pretty exciting indeed. It's getting all kinds of good reviews right now. Love to see that. I didn't realize Andy Serkis was in the mocap match. Oh, cool. He gave us Gollum from Lord of the Rings. And Caesar in Planet of the Apes. Ooh. Oh, I love Planet of the Apes. Caesar was awesome. He was like, no. I was like, what? I just talked. Let's see. We're getting close. I guess we could have done this the entire time. 1, 2, 3. Why did this just randomly light up? Was that lit up already? I mean, that's actually connected to nothing. That'll save me some steps. What? What manner of sorcery is this? I'm gonna drink my muscle milk. I always call it that, but that was an actual brand. This is called Core Powder. It's got a lot less sugar. To me, I like them because it's kind of like a way for me to eat breakfast without eating breakfast. I don't really enjoy breakfast unless it's the weekends. I don't know why, but I will gladly eat breakfast on Saturday or Sunday, but throughout the week, I don't know. I don't have an appetite. And I hate to like force myself to eat. It's one of the... not a good feeling. Blacksmith Whetstone! Get your paws off me, you damn dirty ape. That part was so epic. And he's like, no, because he's getting hit with the baton. That guy was a bastard. I was like, you don't hit, and like, I don't like when people mistreat animals. Like, we're supposed to have dominion over them, sure, but that doesn't mean you're supposed to be an ass to them. You should look over them, take care of them. You don't need to be a jerk and hit them just because, like, I'm stronger than them because it's in a cage. It's like, that's not the intent. But I don't know. People are jerks. But I think Caesar got his revenge. At the very least. Kind of taking over the world and stuff like that, you know? I don't think I ever finished that series. That reboot of it, you know? I did really enjoy the Mark Wahlberg one as well. It was a little campy, but I loved the practical effects. They didn't have nearly as much CG. It was like all practical. It was very well done. Very reminiscent of the old one in that way, I thought. It's kind of neat. Or the original. I don't like the old one. Such a good movie, though. Such a good series or franchise, honestly. Give me your strength. I wish you would not be so damn picky and just go and select somebody to possess, brother. Thank you. Now it's dead. See, like, just do that. That's so much easier. Exalt, baby. I can't stand animal abuse. Me neither. You're supposed to protect animals. I thought that said 19 for, you know, okay. My eyes deceived me. There was a brother over here. Okay, yeah, I need this one. Come here, brethren. Oh my gosh, I didn't know you were right there. Dead. We're going breach heavy, baby. My breach. Get out of my reality. Yeah. You're dead. You're dead. I'm gonna say that every time. You're dead. No, I'm just kidding. Can you imagine? Oh, shoot. No. I tried. I couldn't get enough rhythm going there. Matthias says, my son and I got the newest Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes for Christmas. We did an 8 marathon a little while ago to get caught up before watch. Oh, nice. Yeah. Have you seen the one that was like early 2000s with Mark Wahlberg? Have you seen that one? I don't remember what it's called. I think it's just called The Planet of the Apes. That was a fun one. I did enjoy the ones with, what's his name, James Franco or whatever. And the guy from Third Rock from the Sun. Oh man, I can't remember his name. John Lithgow. And he's all demented. Not demented, but he's got dementia. A little marathon. You know what we love to do is we love to watch The Twilight Zone in a marathon kind of way. It's just such a great show. They did try remaking it. And it was okay. And it had like more mature, like, you know, language and themes, things like that. But honestly, the original just can't be beat and can't be topped. It was so ahead of its time. And there's just not so much you can do that shocks us these days on TV, you know. So it was decent. I mean, they're fine, but they just weren't nearly as good or well written. But I love The Twilight Zone. Get out of here. Oh, you're a rare. Okay, he's dead. That's fine. Then we got these two brethren inside. Terracotta Fanatic. Whoosh! Okay, you're dead. You're dead. T15, mine. I think we're good. Oh, 0 monsters remain. Picked it clean. Good stuff. Alright, now we're a lot closer. I just don't understand. When I get all these drops, they just don't compare to the things that you find in the shop. They're like it's at all. I know that they end up adding a bunch of currency to them and all that. I understand that part of it, but you have to have a good base in order to have a good result at the end. And I'm just like, huh? How do they make some of these things? Okay, we'll go here. And this will be a 16. So we'll run a T16 on this. Then we'll go and do a 15. And we'll find maybe something that's like increased variety of items, increased quantity of items as well. And that should allow us to get a little bit better loot for this new map type that I'm not familiar with. This is I think the final unique map type. Apparently there's 5, so keep track with me. We got Untainted Paradise, which is the XP game. We've got Castaway, which is all gold. We've got the Viridian Wildwood, which is the Omen based one. Fractured Lake. Fractured Lake is the one with duplicate rares, and then we have Silent Cave, which is all essences. And then we have this glyph one. So that's like 6 or 7, right? I think that's 6. I thought I heard a nice ka-ching. We like those sounds. Get out of my life. The Mark Wahlberg one, or Marky Mark, which is a remake of the original version with Charlton Heston. Yes, it was exactly that. Even the twist and everything. It was exactly that. Oh man, there's such great episodes. My favorite episode of all time. Well, actually, there's a handful, but the one with the oh my gosh. Oh, I can't remember for the life of me now. Well, you know the one with the plane, right? And funny enough, they made a movie that had like 2 or 3 episodes back a long time ago, and John Lithgow was actually the guy on the plane looking out the window instead of the guy from Star Trek, right? I don't remember actors' names very well, but obviously, I don't remember. William Shatner. Whenever he was young and spry, he was the guy that looked out the window and saw the creature, the gremlin, I think is what it was, and I thought that was such a great episode. It was so well done, and every time I was on the plane, especially if it was raining or anything, like I'd be looking out the window all the time, say, "Oh my gosh, what if I see something? What if I see something?" That just never made plane rides the same again. But it was such a great episode. One of my favorites. There's so many good ones though, but yeah, that's definitely a personal favorite of mine. Get out of here. Okay. We need a New Yorker character. Matthias, are you starting to pick up that New Yorker accent? How authentic are you? You starting to pick up on that accent? Ooh. Nice. Yeah, Twilight Zone the movie. Absolutely. John Lithgow played William Shatner's character. Yep. That was such a great way that they redid it too. Like, I love that. Like, when I was little, I was like, huh? Like, this is so cool. I forgot what other episode they did. They did a handful of episodes, and I'm trying to remember the other one they ended up redoing or whatever. Oh man, I don't remember though. But that was great. John Lithgow is such a goofball. I bet he started off at Broadway or something. Like, he's so like melodramatic, you know? Where did the monsters go? I'm here to slay your monster. The Beowulf animated or CG movie was really fun. I used to love that. And dead. Okay, cool. But I thought there was something else here. Mayhaps not. Mayhaps not. I feel the power. Core power. Let's see. See, that could be my sponsor. Ooh, that reminds me. I need to respond to that person I was in talks with. Oops. Definitely need to do that. Let me write a note down. My bad. Okay, I have to do that today. Oops. Walter says, "Sup everybody, welcome to Hump Day. We've made it. We've made it to Hump Day." Matthias says, "Only people that live in and grew up in New York have the Yorker accent. New York is a somewhat big state and we're a few hours away from the city." Ah, I see. I see. So it's a city accent. I didn't know that. That's very interesting. Ooh. Ugh. Increased rarity, ignited ground. I don't think so. Not today. We're gonna make nice maps. Happy maps. These are happy maps. Someone said I'm like the Bob Ross of PoE2. Is that a thing? Because I could totally be happy with that. Fire damage. Ugh. I don't want increased resistances. I just want... That's good too, actually. I'm not afraid to do any of these. I just don't want to do these while we are experiencing a new map. I only care about... At this point... It would be just... Oh, this is good for the gold. We're going to keep that there. I mean, they're a lot stronger. Evasive monsters and a bunch of health. I just want, like, rarity. Quant and rarity. I guess I could search it instead of looking at 89, right? Rarity of items. Rarity. It's a rarity indeed. They all have the word. Okay. That's impossible. There you go. Better. Where did we see the rare? What? Why is it? What's triggering this? I'm so confused. Why is my rarity of items? There you go. That's something at least. I usually just run whatever I have. There you go, brother. Now this is I'm gonna be enfeebled, which kind of sucks. Temporal change, not the best. Ignited ground, don't want to do that necessarily. I think we're gonna run with what we have here. I'm gonna go ahead and jump over to the currency, juice it up. But you're right, Walter, we have made it. Made it to Hump Day. Okay. How bad is it, Doc? I love that. Yeah, why not? Yeah, I'd rather do that than be enfeebled. I don't mind the enfeebled, it's not a bad thing, but I prefer not. Okay, guys, we're gonna do the thing. Oh, this is just my moment of zen. Damn it. XP gain. I don't know if the waystone even matters in this level. I'll do this because I hate ignited ground. We're gonna go moment of zen and get a free unique. Are you ready? What if I die because the ignited ground's right next to the merchant, and as I'm opening with the merchant menu, I'm just burning to death? Wouldn't that be a sight? That'd be so trolly, right? Come on, GGG. Don't disappoint me now. There are no hazards. The Nameless Seer just kind of canceled everything out. I've seen most of these things. Ooh, I have that. That's what it looks like. Okay, so this is the Topaz Charm, the unique variant of it. Grants a frenzy charge on use. That's cool. Every time I get shocked, I get frenzy charge. Very nice. The Blistering Bond Ruby Ring must be new. I'm not familiar with this one. But you do get a bunch of fire resistance. You lose cold resistance, though. You take fire damage instead of physical damage. The Brotherhood of Silence does not set out to torture our targets. Excruciating pain is simply a byproduct of certain necessary methods. Ooh, creepy. We've seen this before. Not too interested in it. Yeah, I've seen this. The Chobber Chamber. Increases and reductions to minion damage also affect you. This is the smart man's hammer. We've got the Painted Tower Shield, which I think we've collected a handful of these, and this is the Ice Tomb Mail Vestments, which we've also seen multiple times. This is a spear, believe it or not, and I did not know that. I thought that was going to be a staff or a scepter. So these give you share charges with the allies in your presence. These just give you like usually like early good leveling, movement speed type shoes. Also give you faster energy charge, energy shield recharge. Gosh, my English is bad today. And then I have the Voltaic Staff, which we've seen a million times. So I either care about the Blistering Bond Ruby Ring, which I've never acquired before, or the Spear. The Spear says adds 2 to 6 fizz damage, 20% increased melee strike range with this weapon. Wow, that's huge. That's big boy range. 20% increased. Any number of poisons from this weapon can affect a target at the same time. Always poison on hit with this weapon. That's cool. I think I just want that, right? Because I am a spear collector of sorts. We're going with the Splinter of Larata. Thing of beauty. Let's see how bad our damage drops. Actually, if I lose, am I gonna remove anything? Okay. It's like you can't play the game, sir. You can't do anything with that spear. Do you remember the To Serve Men episode of Twilight Zone? Ooh, I don't remember. I don't remember titles and stuff that well. Like, you know, I'd have to know like the premise of the episode. But is it the one where they're like he's like they're like imprisoned, but they're like imprisoned like on Mars or whatever, and they have to go and visit? I think that one's pretty cool. But that might not be the one you're referring to. I want you to go to your home. Oh, I already have it? No! Poor cat! I already had it. That's great. That's great. What terrible damage this was. Oh, 3 to 8 versus... Yeah. Well, that's great. Yeah, I'm just gonna trash it because now I'm pissed. Just kidding. We'll leave it in our extra spears. Oh man, that's disappointing. I could have got the ring that I've never had before. Here's another moment of zen. Let's route to that real quick and redeem ourselves. Okay, we have a few maps we need to do. I'm gonna save these. We're gonna grab some more from Elon's stash. He's got the juiciest maps. Yeah, sure, whatever. Yeah, sure. I don't care really. Like I said, I can run just about anything. It's not what I'm concerned about. It's just more so I want to save the good stuff. XP gain is wonderful, and you can always find those and use those on Untainted Paradises. But it's fine. I'm not too picky. I don't mind. We can always. I mean, we pick up waystones just about every single map we run, so the chances of us getting desirable modifiers is pretty high. Ooh, whoa, whoa, bro. Killed Yancey right there. That's what happens when you PvP me, bro. Let's see. Nightly mitts. Whoa, I didn't know these little things died too, the snakes. I have to cut back. I don't want to skip like throngs of enemies, thronglets. Uh-oh. Matthias says, no, it's not that episode, but I know which one you're referring to. I'm talking about the one where the aliens come to Earth and tell humanity they came to help us, and they have this huge book, but it turns out the book is a cookbook, and they're taking people back to their planet to eat the— oh my gosh. That is cool. I don't remember that one. I've seen them all. It just, you know, you've seen them so many years ago. Because they always do the marathons. Every year they do a Twilight Zone marathon, and we try and watch it. Man, I don't remember that one. That one sounds amazing, though. Another classic one is whenever the guy that stops time and he thinks it's like the coolest thing, and when he realizes how lonely it is, like, I'm like, see, you dummy. Little scammer. Oh man, there's just such great things and themes that are explored on that show. Really, really good. Give me loot, I say. Would you get out of my way? There's all up on my grill. Like, back up, brother. Exile. Nice. It's a cookbook. That's hilarious. These prowling shades, oh my gosh. I will destroy all of you. And I saw one of your little brethren. You gotta go in the dirt. Where is he? I know I saw another one. I could have killed him on accident. There's a sandbar? Like, where the heck am I supposed to go? I don't see him anymore though. Maybe I did kill him. Or maybe it's just the one he teleported. Ah, no. That's a little ant. Time enough at last, where the librarian, where he wants to read books in peace, ends up sealing himself in a vault. Yep. Yeah, that one's great. Uh-oh. Ah, it's you again. We meet again. We meet again at last. I think I ended up spending a handful of divine yesterday. Yep, and then his glasses get broken and he can't read. Like, how sucky would that be, right? Oh, man. You think you have it all planned out. I'm out of here. We have one more map before our second moment of Zen. I can't believe how heavily populated these water biomes are. I mean, this is just so good. I'll just go Crimson Shores again and we'll run this. I honestly just want to, oh, okay, it has strength on it, so not very good. Rarity, that's not bad. Okay.
Yes.
Crimson Shores yet again. Raztux, is there a build guide for your build? There is, actually, and I forgot to pin it to the comment, so let me do that for you real quick. Thank you for reminding me, actually. Bear with me one moment, my friend. I completely forgot. Okay, move away. And then pin. There it is. There's the build guide. Pinned to the top of the chat. I will do an updated guide on this build because my build has seen some changes. I've made some improvements on it. And I'll be doing an updated guide most likely this afternoon. So you'll see that guide, and it's increased DPS, increased survivability. It's just all around better. So I'll be showcasing that for you guys in today's video, but you can definitely use that guide because it's going to be pretty close to what I have now. I've just made some minor improvements on it. And you haven't even seen what happens when I get close. Like if there's any enemy that survives a lightning strike, my primal strikes absolutely just melt it. So it's usually like anything from a 1 to 3 tab, it's going to die. Like for example, this guy, you can just tap it instead. So it just, you have all ranges covered, but you don't have to deal with the rotation of disengaging. So I've kind of taken out the need for the rotation, but I've still highlighted the Huntress's strength and hybrid combat, so she can do ranged and close combat with ease. The only thing is, of course, in this season, you know, you're going to have issues with survivability if you're going hybrid. Hybrid evasion, energy shield's what I chose because armor evasion wasn't doing the trick. So this is definitely the route you want to take. But you would have to sacrifice, if you want more survivability, you're just going to have to sacrifice some damage. And I'm like fine with glass cannon because that's just my style, but I would advise that you definitely sacrifice a bit of damage for some survivability and increase energy shield. If you can get over 2,000 energy shield, you'll be in great shape. How are you? Oh, I missed. There you go. William Shatner was also in the episode with the fortune-telling devil, bobblehead, top machine, and the diner. Yeah, he was in a handful, right? There's a wisp down there. I don't want immunity to lightning damage necessarily, but whatever.
Let's see what shakes loose.
Is there a written build? So in the video I kind of did a little fun challenge and I said if it got to 13 likes I'd do a written guide, but it didn't get to 13 likes, so I didn't do the written guide for it. But on all my build guides on this point forward, I will be doing a written guide on max roll, okay? And so I'll link, oh no, I'll link those in the description. I will have those guides or a written guide on max roll from now on, okay? So unfortunately this guide does not have one because I was just doing a fun little thing trying to get, hey, if I can get 13 likes I'll put it up because I'd never used max roll before. So I'll be putting it up or putting up a guide on there, and every single one of my build guides from this point forward will always be written as well. And I'll start linking those in the comments. But yeah, this one doesn't have a written guide. Well, I died point blank range. I think it was that runic symbol. It just sneaks up on you so fast. That hurts. The runic monsters are actually getting nerfed, and the loot drops are getting improved, so that's nice. Come on, Wisp, where are we going? Well, that's Delwyn. I was like, what the heck? This map just never ends, man. Got all these twists and turns too, that's what I don't like. All these nooks and crannies to hide things. I think this could be a dead end up here, but I would like to explore it. I just got into endgame. Any tips or tricks for early endgame? You know, honestly, what I would do is don't be afraid to juice your maps. If you're looking for, if you know, say for example, you're like, man, the drop rate, if you're one of the people that think like drop rates are kind of low, like just because you're going to have, at this point, if you reached endgame, you're going to have a nice amount of transmutation and augmentation orbs. Don't be afraid to use those. You should have a good amount of regals too, so on anything that's just a normal rarity waystone, go ahead and pop on a transmutation, an augmentation orb, and then a regal to get it to rare quality. You'll still have like anywhere from 3 to 4 attempts on the map, so you're not completely making it impossible for you to get, you know, if you die or anything like that. The penalties are still not very harsh, and you'll be able to get better loot. Another thing is you want to go straight for any corruption zones. So if you see corruption, head towards those zones, and you're going to want to be heading towards either the Nexus, which is the source of corruption, or you're going to be wanting to clear out all the corrupted nodes. If you care about corruption more or items more, you can just clear out each of the corrupted nodes and you save the Nexus for the very end. If you care more about currency, you're going to want to go straight towards the Nexus, which is the source of corruption, and then when you clear out all the rares, Doriani comes in and like cleanses it, so then every other corrupted map that remained becomes cleansed, and you get higher currency rates, or currency drop rates. So that's one of those things where you can target farm equipment or currency. So that's kind of some good tips for you. Other than that, Make sure that you kill all of the rares every single time, even in maps that don't require it, so you can get a guaranteed waystone for sustain, for map sustain. And then if you ever want to increase a map tier, say you're running ones and you're like, you know what, I'm ready for T2s. Well, you can go ahead and go and find a map boss node. And if you kill the map boss, you guaranteed to get an increase, like +1 tier of what you're currently running. So if you're running T1s and you kill a map boss at T1, it's going to guarantee you a drop at T2. So you're going to get a T2 drop, or waystone, so guaranteed. So that's just a good way to make sure you get map sustain. But those are like my major tips for the beginning. You want to just ensure your sustain, and you want to be juicing maps. You want to get used to that. Don't be afraid of the reduced portals, because remember, any attempt that's greater than 1 is better than it was before, or more gracious than it was last season. So if you're forged in the fires of season 1, getting more than 1 attempt is just, it's just all this extra gravy. You know, it's like, oh, it's great. Normally you wouldn't have the opportunity, so really nice. Wasn't it the director of Twilight that got sued because of that crazy helicopter crash? Yeah, didn't somebody die? Yeah, I think so. Like someone got decapitated, right? Or something like that? Something bad happened. Something bad happened, I remember that. Rastuk says, cool, thanks, appreciate it. Absolutely, I hope those gave you some tips. But yeah, ultimately, you just want to make sure you are juicing maps to the, no matter what. Don't ever run a normal map. There's just no point in doing that. And then target farm, like what are you looking for? What do you care about most? Currency, do you care about currency? Do you care about gear? Another thing is always route towards water biomes. So water biomes have the highest rate for unique maps. So Moments of Zen, you get close to these, like right here, you can see that we have another one right here, which is Castaway. So water biomes have the highest concentration of unique maps. I've done plenty on stream, but I kind of got rid of them all. I got rid of all the markers, of course, but all the water biomes typically have the highest concentration of maps that you can, let's see, that was actually one too. I think Fractured Lake was one. Yeah, I mean, there's all kinds, so they're going to be green because I completed them, but water maps and water biomes have the highest concentration of any kinds of unique maps. So definitely be sure to check those out. Mountain biomes have the Silent Cove, or Cave, and the megalith, well, I guess we're going to take a look at it, but it's called the Feral Megalith, I believe. And this is a grass biome, so you're going to have these in grass, Silent Cave is in mountain, and then everything else is in water biomes, including Fractured Lake, so. Moment of Zen, baby, let's go! Okay, so I don't know if it matters if they're juiced or not, but I mean, it doesn't hurt us any, we have plenty of currency, so always pop a transmutation, augmentation, then a regal. And that way you have at least the base rarity map that you want to run. And you still have 3 attempts on it, which is, in my opinion, huge. So it's just better. I mean, anything greater than 1 is easier than before. So you have all these opportunities to run the map and not lose the benefits, not lose the mechanics, things like that. So we're going to go into our second Moment of Zen. I'm telling you, we have 2 back-to-back Moments of Zen. This is insane. Ooh, let's see. This looks cool. That looks really cool. These are new. Obviously, we now have unique tablets. And this is really awesome because you see some of the effects. I've never seen one that duplicates either, so that's odd. Yarn Gripper, these are Thor's gloves. This is how he was able to wield Mjolnir. We have plenty of these. We got the Corona of the Red Sun yesterday, actually. So nothing special there. Briar Patch boots. I don't believe I have them on this particular server or this file, but they're not anything special. We just saw those in the previous one. We have that, I believe, and we've collected millions of those all throughout. This is neat because unique tablets are new to Dawn of the Hunt. Before you couldn't get tablets that were this quality. You could get rare tablets from the Arbiter of Ash at the highest difficulties, but you couldn't get unique tablets. So these shows here, it's got 12 maps in range, which is the lowest roll, but Delirium Fog never dissipates. So you can pretty much run max Delirium, which is awesome. This is the Prized Pain Iron Ring. I've never seen this ring before. This might actually be a new ring for this particular this season or this update. So we get physical damage, 28 strength, skills gain a base life cost. Wow. Equal to base 10% of base mana cost. Deal your Thorns damage to enemies. To stun with melee. What? I guess if you deal Thorns damage to enemies, you stun with melee attacks. I don't understand the verbiage there, but it gives you a bunch of, I'm taking it, gives you a bunch of Thorns damage potential, which makes me want to revisit a Thorns build. I actually created a character by the name of Jack Bramble, and I was the world's first to do Act 1 Thorns only. It was pretty hard and very frustrating, and I wanted to scream many times. Many times. Hard times. Hello, Kitsuli, back up. We're gonna go here. All right, now that we've done this, I think it's time to go ahead and route towards this bad boy. So ideally, we can just go to this map, backwash, and then go right here. Yeah, I don't feel like doing Hidden Grotto. Let's see, this is a new one, so this would just clear up this a little bit and see what else is there and around. I guess that's not a bad thing to do either. That way if there's anything else. Yeah, we'll do this real quick. Is percent to rare items found important? I don't run any rarity on gear, but percent rarity is excellent on waystones. Anything above 20%, you're going to be getting... I just got a perfect Jeweler's Orb and I was running 21%, so 20% and higher is great. The higher, the better, obviously. And you do definitely want to run those on maps where there's going to be lots of enemies with modifiers. So if you have a lot of rare enemies and quantity and quality or rarity of items is increased, that's a thing of beauty. Good combination, because the more modifiers rare enemies have, the better the drop rates are going to be for those particular enemies. So. Really? How much further does this area go? My God. Upper hood. Nothing of note, unfortunately. Wait, what was that? Did something just pop up? Yeah, a pot. A pot underground. Jeweler's Orb. We have like a million lessers, of course. We got our perfect Jeweler's Orb today, though, so we don't need to complain. This bro doing? He's chasing me. We'll go kill this last rare.
Part of the storm. Proof of me prowess.
Have you ever had when you load into a map, the latency will go up and down and lag the game, but going to another map or teleport's fine? No, I haven't, but I have had some instances where it just doesn't load in. Like it's the gears keep grinding on the loading screen and it just never actually pops in. That happens a few times where I have to quit out the game. And very, very rarely I had it to a point where like the game would kind of like speed up a bit and I'd be like finding myself in a wall later because it skipped a bunch of like frames. Like you said, it would just go and whatever direction I was holding would still kind of hold there. Apparently that happens a lot with PC. I play on PS5 though, so I think the issues that we experience are a little different. I'm bored. Okay, so let's get out of here. That should open up at least our visibility a bit so that we can see if there's any other biomes. I've been routing to pretty much anything of note. So here, nothing crazy. Nope. We have another biome right here though. Another castaway. This is great. Okay. Nice. See, I'm glad we did it because if we wouldn't have done that, we wouldn't have seen this extra castaway right over here. Nice, nice, nice. Okay, cool. So now what we can do is start clearing this out. I really don't feel like doing these two maps right now. Instead, I'd much rather... Oh, there's a hive though. Hive's good. We like hive. We'll go here. Clear out backwash. I don't have any waystones. Okay. Sell that. That goes in there. We'll grab some waystones and juice them real quick. Sure. And sure. Anything rare is fine for now. Increase elemental resistances. Yeah, might as well get that one out of the way. That's a tough one. We do feel the damage fall off a bit. We should be able to beast through it anyways. Then that'll take us to the new map that we've yet to experience. I think just, honestly, rarity of items would be good. I don't know what else to expect aside from, I think they talked about a bit in the interview and it just seems to spawn like 10 waves of monsters or rare bosses or something. Something crazy. It's like an Ogham Strongbox on steroids. It's a whole area over here? No, we gotta go down then. I gotta finish clearing this area, man. Another bridge, yes. So that connects up to that top half of the map. Bunch of gold, and this is more dead end, right? Lovely. That chest could have had a divine, you know. It could have. Shoulda, woulda, coulda. Uh-oh. nice. I would like a unique stun charm. I think that'd be kind of fun. We've got another pathway that way, and then we got this path. Hopefully, I imagine it is going to have a bridge here as well. Let's take the scenic route. Oh, it doesn't. Okay, good. I much prefer when the pathways are closed off. Gives me just a nice straight path to clear. After this map, I do believe we'll be able to face or experience Farrell's Megalith for the first time, so really excited about that. Never seen one of those before. That's the only unique map I believe we've yet to experience.
Straight through the art.
Dead end, huh? Nothing of note.
Need a moment.
All that for a molten hammer. What was she throwing at? What did he throw that at? That was so funny. Ooh. That was funny. He was pissed at that little bug, that's for sure.
No rest for the wicked, eh? And that's that.
Proximal tangibility is absolutely no issue for this build because we have Primal Strikes. And if anything gets in Primal Strike's range, it's actually worse for the enemy because that's the highest DPS ability we have. So Primal Strikes is our strongest ability. So if they really want to tussle, we welcome that. We want them in that range because we'll just melt them. Well, that's that.
That was almost a challenge.
That's it. Let's get out of here, and then we'll be experiencing the Farrell's Megalith.
Speak.
Oops.
What?
Oh, for a second I was like, did I just delete my freaking stat? I would have been so scared. Once we get a bunch of chance orbs, we'll be able to do all kinds of chancing and see if we can get any uniques. I think at this point I have enough. Start selling those. Increase gold. We don't want that. We don't want quantity. That's right. We're getting quant. I don't know what to expect, but this, guys, is going to be the very first feral megalith area. It says, the songs tell of a great thunderstorm that ravaged the valley. A beleaguered tribe appeared in its wake, seeking refuge and bringing knowledge of runes. This requires a tier 11 or higher. Very interesting. We're going to go with not the increased gold, but the increased quantity and rarity.
Change is the only certainty.
We'll still have a handful of attempts. So here we go, guys. This is the feral megalith. This is the one unique map that I've yet to see and experience. So I do believe this is the last of the new 5 unique maps. So far we've seen just about every single one.
Like the back of my hand.
Nice. This is definitely tied to the Huntress. So let's explore. We've got a runed monolith. Okay. Activate runed monolith and complete the boss gauntlet. Okay. Fair enough. One down. It's gonna be like Stonehenge.
Straight through the air.
That's what the stones at Stonehenge are for.
A worthy foe.
Ow. I thought piece of meat was an enemy. Okay, we got a second one. Whoa, I hope it doesn't, yeah. I was like, I hope that doesn't hurt us. Exile, that's what I'm talking about. What's up? Boom, that's 3. I don't know how many runed monoliths there are, but looks like the sky's getting darker too. Killing all the rares. Another one, okay. Love it. I think that's 4 so far. There's probably 1 in each corner, right? I stand corrected. Ah, okay, there was one. Haha. I swear I didn't see one in the top left. Don't shoot me, bro. It's starting to rain. The weather's worsening. That awesome little effects there. I love that. Attention to detail. Effigy. Vile Hag. Searching every inch of this map just because it's a new map for me. Definitely want to explore it to the best of my ability. Not really going for quick clears or anything like that. I don't really care much for that. I'm just trying to find all the things. Let's just double check this area. I didn't see a rune or a monolith up here. Okay. There's a boulder. Get rid of the hags. Those chicks are terrible. Am I missing? Whoa, oh my god. Okay, not missing one. What happened? What's happening? Is this just visual effects or what? I don't get it. Does this hurt me? I don't even know. Ooh! It's Draven. Get out of here. Okay. Get out of here. You didn't even get to call on your husband. Get out of here. Oof, okay, that's 3. This is intense, guys. Okay, he's dead. He didn't whoa, he just died, like I don't know who you are. You're Bramblegas. Okay, never mind. I know you. Okay, how many does it take? My gosh. This is really awesome, by the way. Oh, you, huh? I think I have 3 left. I have 3 left. 4, 5, 6. Gotcha. Okay, we got 2 more, baby. Let's go. I'm scared. There's so much stuff going on, man. Yes, let's go, baby. I don't know what this does, though. Okay, am I good? Do I go again? 2 enemies. Wait a second. And then you're wrecked. Get wrecked, man. That's what's up. Nice. Very nice. That's first try. The first time we've ever done that. I don't know what these empowered runes do if I click on them, but wow. Okay, we got a greater rune of leadership. Minions gain 10% of their physical damage as extra lightning damage. Wow. Or minions take 10% of physical damage as lightning. That's interesting. Okay, yes, please. That was insane, guys. Now, what do these do if I... Oh, nice. You get loot from these. That is so awesome. This might be right under Castaway for me. Castaway is probably the best. This is the best in terms of loot. But I just love the way Castaway plays out. We're going to actually showcase another Castaway before long. Got an Exile, another rune. Wow. So you get like this unique set of runes that you normally can't get. You can get greater runes, but not of this class unless you do this particular map. Wow. Okay. A good loot haul for sure. That was awesome. We got a bunch of actual greater runes as well. But the one that was really special was this right here. The greater rune of leadership. This is a unique rune in the sense that you can only get them from this map type. And I do remember Mark saying that when he was doing the interview. That's really cool. I like that. I like that a lot. Okay, very cool. Let's go ahead and kill the rest of the monsters. Matthias says GG's. Thank you so much. That was awesome. We killed like 10 bosses in a row. And then 2 bosses came out at the end, and that was terrifying because Blackjaw could have destroyed us. He almost killed us. That's a really fun map, guys. It's a very fun map. Can I not warp out of here? It won't let me. I think it's because the whole area is now technically a boss zone. Okay, never mind. That's nuts. Very cool.
A sight for sore eyes.
So far, one of the best. Absolutely.
Go on.
That was awesome. Okay, so let's throw these in there. Oops. No! Hold on, I think you're my cat doing something there. Okay. I don't know what she was doing. Louisa, what's going on? How are you? Greater Rune of Leadership. Read that. That goes in there. Okay, I just accidentally put away one of those. No big deal though, no big deal. That was awesome. We just ran a unique map called the Feral Megalith and it was insane. It was awesome. Really, really cool. And we know that it's in the grass biome, so that was great. Okay, now I say we route towards the Nexus, or we can take on our Citadel bosses and kill like Count Geonor and stuff like that. This right here, and then we have the Stone Citadel. Yeah, we can try and take on one of these brothers. Monsters are armored. I don't want either of these though. Not if I'm doing that. I'm gonna be selective. But hopefully you're doing well, Louisa. Let's see. We don't want to increase resistances. We don't mind a bunch of modifiers, but I just don't want anything that's gonna beef them up too much. Monster damage. Gosh. Ignited ground. Temporal chains. Oh, whatever. They all suck, it seems. It doesn't matter. We'll just run whatever. We are men, after all, not mice. We'll go here, and can I just run it now?
Future course.
We're gonna go ahead and apply our points as well. Get some more Atlas points. Let's see, I was going over here for some reason. Rare monsters, pack size. Pack size. Probably gonna have to redo this tree a bit, honestly. Asmiri spirits, and then it has the different types. Waystones, okay. I don't think it much matters which one of those. Then we go here, I guess. The shrines aren't really that important to me though, so I don't know. Let's actually do this.
What is it?
I'd rather have more item rarity, honestly, but having a duplicate rare is fine. It's just a more chance for better drops. Louise, I'm just doing good. Gotta go back to work soon. Are you rich yet? Been trying to figure an efficient farming method, but I guess I need all Atlas points before trying any. You know, I think, yeah, they're gonna make it even easier in the next patch to get more Atlas points quicker without having to run so many Nexuses and all that. But no, I mean, I think I'm doing okay, you know, currency-wise. It's kind of just the same method, like, you know, try and get the good drops, so juice your maps, get good drops, sell what you don't, you know, what you don't need, and I don't know, I've never been very good at accumulating tons of wealth, though, in this game. I just, I like to hoard all the stuff. I'm a hoarder. So I'm probably not the best to give tips on how to make a bunch of currency, because I like to hang on to it. I'm a saver, not a spender. But I'm certainly not rich. I've been spending like a div a day though. A div or two a day actually. Which is quite a lot for me. I typically don't do that until, like, I was doing that much later in the cycle, much later in EA Season 1 or whatever. But I'm like, yeah, as soon as I got a div, I'm like, I'll spend it. A ruby. This will end up going up and around. The next patch will be making it easier though. They're going to try and expedite how quickly we can get to end game content, pinnacle content, by about 50%. That's huge. I wanted the Val Orb, not the gem. Thank you. I'll keep it. For memory's sake. Well, Louise, really nicely to stop by. Always a pleasure. I heard an Exile. Memorized the sounds for the drop rates. Got those Ritual Atlas points already. I did get a handful of Ritual Atlas points. I got some Breach points as well. So on yesterday's stream, I ran a bunch of Pinnacle content. Or what I could. I ran a Breach and I killed Zesht. And I killed the King of the Mist. But the King of the Mist, he kicked my ass. Like, I'm so glad that I was able to get unlimited attempts at difficulty 0. You can fight the Pinnacle boss as many times as you need. And we beat him after many ass whoopings. But yeah, he's always been hard for me. Not in campaign. In campaign, he's super easy, but for whatever reason, when he's in endgame, he's an absolute challenge for me. But I did apply some points. So we used our first audience with the king, and then we used our breach point or breach stone, and we defeated Zesh. Zesh we defeated first try. I think Zesh is like kind of a good benchmark to be like, how good are you doing damage wise, skill wise as well, because he's got a number of different attacks. So I really enjoy fighting Zesh. And we were able to knock him out. King of the Mist is very difficult because he's got those cheap moves where it's like you can't move, you have to stay still, and that can be pretty challenging because he has every single one of the ritual mechanics flinging at you, whether it be the rat tornadoes or the blood waves and all that stuff. So it's kind of cheap if you have to stay still and just tank it, you know. So I'm not a big fan of that fight for that reason. Because in campaign, he's much easier. How'd you get the audience? I think I'll just buy it. I got it fair and square, like I always do. I don't pay for those unless I absolutely have to. So I just got it from a ritual. And it was only 2,700 tribute. Whereas last season, they were like 4,000 tribute. So I guess they reduced the prices of those. And they didn't mention that in the patch notes, because I would have known. They reduced the prices, it seems. I'm gonna save that for the boss. That'll give me some extra DPS. But yeah, I just got it fair and square. Like all my other pinnacle keys, I just farm them, you know. Once I'm super rich, then I buy them so I can have a handful of extras. But since it's so early on still for me, I'm just doing it the old fair and square way. I think we're about done with this area. We'll take out those 2 rares and then we'll grab the acceleration shrine. We'll be good to go. Then Geonor. We defeated Geonor yesterday too. We'll face off with Doriani today. And all we need is to defeat Jamon Ra to get his Crisis Fragment. And then we'd run an Arbiter encounter. Have never seen an audience since 0.1. I'll just buy. Really? It took a while for me to see my first audience, but I bought it the very first time I even spotted it. It was only worth 2,700 tribute. So it's so much cheaper. Before it was like 46 or 4,700 tribute, and you'd have to defer it. And you'd have to hope that you see it again. It took forever to get those, and I was able to get like 5 or 6 organically. But yeah, no, it was a pain. I'm like, yeah, I like to hold on to at least one of each, but I was like, you know what? I want to use it so I can see how well we're doing. Wow. What the hell? Not cool, bro. Not cool. That's not good. I died. How many attempts do I have left, I wonder? He stabbed the mess out of me. He's like, oh, you use a spear too. Let me show you how it's done. Let me show you how I use my spear. Okay, revenge. I don't know how they melted my health so bad. Storage bench, give me a div. Orbit transmutation, just as good. I know, man, I died so nasty. F. Pay respects. I don't even know how I died. I mean, he stabbed me like once or twice, but like I was like, I didn't even get to see my health is that low. They could have spam healed. I got an ingenuity on my very first attempt at killing, not very first attempt, but very first King of the Mist kill. And you normally could not get ingenuity at difficulty 0, but now you can. You can get any of the boss drops or pinnacle boss drops at difficulty 0. It's just way harder. And I was able to get an ingenuity first go around. It was insane. Okay, so we have this tagged. Going nice and slow with this map. Just want to make sure I'm very thorough and clear everything out. Right. Kill the gargoyles. So these dummies. Alright, now we go look for the shrine. Yeah, I might not even get the benefit from that shrine. Eesh, that's really far. We'll have like 40 seconds of it, so we'll see. So lucky. The enemy was lucky for killing me. But here goes. Probably not going to get any benefit of this. Maybe 10 seconds max. Yep, we're gonna get 10 seconds of it, if not less. Son of a mother! At least you died a glorious warrior's death in the heat of— oh yes. The fields of Elysium await you, my friend. Or Valhalla, whichever heaven you wish. I'm a Valhalla kind of guy. I'm a warrior, brother. Okay, we get no benefit of it. Lovely. Lovely. I think I got him, Paul. Transform. Why wouldn't he transform? He's supposed to transform at 50%. And that backhand, that was mean. That was a mean backhand. So Count Geonor has kicked my ass. The thing is, we're not gonna lose this. I refuse. I refuse to lose. Yeah, did you see how hard he hit me?
You cannot stop us. We will take the power that we deserve.
Go on then. Come and get it.
Stop hitting me with your sword. Hurts.
That will not go unpunished.
Transform, dude. Okay. His backhand is one-shotting me. This is pissing me off. I'm angry.
I'm now the Impaler. As swift as death. And imbued by the moon. Cursed or gifted.
Okay, I'm pissed. We're gonna kick his ass. This is— if I fail this, I'm gonna be so upset with myself. Ouch, number 2. Okay, let's do this. I gotta focus. Pure focus, pure focus. keep our range. Watch for the backhand. Okay, let's go.
You cannot stop us. We will take the power that we deserve.
Go on then. Come and get it.
First one's high. You pay with your life.
Literally, he almost backhanded me again.
Will not go unpunished. Desolation. As night falls, winter's chill.
This piece of ice, man, is just like literally slowing me down so bad. Ooh, okay. Panicking.
Night. They wither and tarry. Forsaken frosts. As cold as death. Of baleless misery. The pack won't forget.
Come on, baby, let's go. Son of a mother.
Take out your
Ah.
and save
I'm getting one shot by these attacks. And that wasn't even his blood spikes. I wish I could see what were the modifiers on that. Was I taking increased damage? Oh, it's so stupid. I can't go in there, but so I failed. I wanted to know, don't get blinded by rage. No, I wasn't. I was kicking butt. But I don't know what modifiers we had on that. I'm gonna have to go back and check. Did they have any increased damage? Because man, he was hitting so hard. But now we failed a freaking map. That's so ugly to have that stupid red mark on this map, man. That pisses me off. Oh, that makes me so mad. This one I deserved because I had juiced it to the 9s. This is just Geonor. I killed Geonor so easily yesterday, right here. We're gonna have his cousin, or he has a victory over me. That's no fair. And then we have Doriani over here. I mean, now I'm terrified. I'm like, well, shoot, can I even do these? I had less health when I did this one, and he even impaled me, and I survived. So I really need to see if I was receiving any additional damage. Cold resist was everything's. I'm max res. I'm all res right now. I wish I could. There's no way for me to tell unless I watch the playback. But he just destroyed me. The backhand is just nasty. He killed me twice with that. Once in phase 1, once in phase 2, and then he killed me with the. I thought it was going to be the blood spikes that were going to kill me, but he wasn't even doing blood spikes yet. He was doing the ice ones. And it killed me in one hit. So, yikes. Yikes. That sucks, because I really hate failing Citadels, but I've failed an Iron Citadel now. And last season, I failed one of each. And it was never to any other boss than Geonor. Geonor is the only boss that actually kills me. And my failure with Jaman-Ra, I actually didn't even get to Jaman-Ra. I died because I got bombarded, ambushed on the bridge, and I just got killed to death. And then with Doriani, I got killed by the projectile dudes that shoot the electric orb, and then they shoot that, and then it explodes. The elites, I think they're called. Man. But I never died to any other boss than Geonor. Louisa says, I'll go back and check it for you. Oh, no worries. I mean, you can if you definitely want to. But man, I'm just like, what? Damn, I thought that was a non-juiced map. Completely destroyed me, though. That backhand? Whew. Was nasty. Okay, so I'm scared. Now we're going to go route towards, let's see. I say we route, I want a hive. There's no hive map? No. I love the hive. We're going to go this way then. And go towards the Nexus. Wish I could see where the Nexus is. It's probably, oh, it's right here, probably. We're kind of far either way, but... I could technically go here, that way I can see what's going on. I think I might do that. I can't believe that. I got destroyed. But you know what's cool is I ended up getting one of my favorite looking shields. This shield right here, the Brace Tower shield. It reminds me of the guy banging on the door on Bloodborne. Boom, boom. Gives you 5 vials every single time. Love that. Oh, I can't believe it. I got destroyed. And we beat him yesterday. It was a very decisive victory too. It wasn't like, oh, that was close. Like, no, we completely destroyed that guy. Okay, well, this is Delirium. We're getting close. We can try and run a Delirium. Throw that in there. Throw that in there. We're gonna have to do something with those jewels. We're gonna go currency. We're gonna juice these up just to rare at least. Well, that was nuts. I thought I had him that last attempt. I was like, okay, cool. I'm gonna dodge these 4 like attempts of him doing the freeze beams, and then I'll be able to inflict shock and knock him out with 1 more combo. But he was just not having it. He was not having it. I can't believe how many times I failed that. Like, you know, before you had 1 attempt, right? So I think I'm getting spoiled with, oh, I have more attempts, you know? You can't get sloppy though, because you can still die 3 times back to back really fast. So lesson learned, don't let the additional attempts give you like a false sense of comfort. Because you can still die and mess up something like a Citadel. Map had monster damage, deal 35% of damage as fire. Oh, ooh. Yes, those 100% apply to the boss. So even if he's not, so any of the additional damage he's doing, it's just he's getting fire damage on top of it, and any of his innate damage plus the new fire damage is now dealing 25. It's penetrating 25% of my resistances. So essentially, what's happening is if my resistances are at 75%, and he's hitting me at, and he's reducing or going through 25% res, he's hitting me twice as hard. And if it goes further, he'd hit me 3 times as hard. Like if it was 50%, I mean, I'm sorry, 25%, it'd be 3 times as hard. And then if it was down to 0% res, he'd hit me 4 times as hard. So yeah, that's why he was hitting so hard. I was getting one shot that bad because each of the attacks was essentially anything that was elemental damage, it was doing double the damage. So that's how the elemental reses work. 75% 0, but if you have, say, 50% res, then that means you're getting hit twice as hard. Which is nuts. That makes sense. Okay, well that's why I died. We'll never do that again. Thank you so much for checking on that, Louise, and that was really awesome, because I probably just would have thought, no, I just did something wrong, but that's huge. That damage, he's getting a huge damage increase from that. And that's why I was getting one shot. And even though your max res, if it's penetrating 25%, you're getting, it's acting as if you only have 50% res, which means you're getting hit twice as hard. That's the math. I remember figuring, I was like, what's the point of res, you know, back in early access season 1 or 0.1, and I was like, what's the benefit here? Or like, and I was like, oh, uh-oh, what are they doing? My little wispy friend. He survived. Delwyn pulls all the aggro. They're cat touch. They're gonna have tons of evasion. Very good. You're dead. Insta death. So I actually did a. Oh, nice. Louisa says I'm watching on TV, so I just checked on my phone where I'm chatting from. Nice. There was a. I think it's called a spring rabbit wisp, and it was so special that Delwyn had a little icon to talk to him after the fact it was done, and he said, oh, you got the spring hair, you know, wisp or whatever, and these will actually make it to where an enemy can respawn again immediately after it falls down. I was like, whoa. So that didn't happen to me, but I may have killed it. I don't know if I killed it twice, but apparently that's what happens. Like, so it was such a unique encounter that he actually had a dialogue for that particular type of wisp. I thought that was pretty cool. It's called like the spring hair, and apparently it has a chance to bring the enemy you just killed back. So pretty cool. They're going to increase drops for the wisps as well, which is good. Man, I should not have picked damage resist. I honestly didn't think that'd be too much of an issue, but I wasn't really thinking about it. That's why I was like, yeah, we'll just go with it, and then I died. It cost me a Citadel. That is really sucky. At least we had already beaten one of those before, though, which is good. But yeah, I wouldn't have been getting one shot. My health isn't very good. My health is very low for me running 15s and doing pinnacle content, but there's not really much I can do with my health without sacrificing all kinds of damage. Yeah, that was cool. I thought it was a really neat detail. I was like, oh. But it was so cool that he, I mean, it was, I guess it's something that's pretty unique or rare or special because like he had dialogue for it and like he's like, click on me. It was like, I was like, oh, okay. There's a really, really cool wisp that I've not seen yet, but apparently it upgrades the class of the enemy. So like if it's a normal enemy, it becomes magic. If it's magic, it becomes rare. If it's rare, it becomes unique. So that's really cool. That's about all I care to do on that level. I do want to go back and see if we can get to this tower, and then I can see kind of a better glimpse of this corruption area here. Okay, so Blooming, I hate doing Blooming Field all the time. Savannah, and then I should have done Savannah. Well, it's 2 levels no matter what. 2 maps no matter what. Okay, no worries. I don't mind running anything. I pretty much blindly run any other map, but I had no clue that that was going to be such a challenge. I didn't realize I was going to amp up his damage so much. That was not smart for me to do, especially after all this time. Make a mistake like that. No worries, it happens. Rastuk says, gotta get back to work, see you next time. Absolutely. Be on the lookout for the upgraded guide. The guide that has increased damage and increased survivability for this very build, so you might like it. Oh, did I not go through it? I cannot believe that. I'm still thinking about that loss. Oh, I was so close to beating him too. Had I not gotten hit by that beam. But the beam's AoE is so big when he's doing those little strikes. It's deceptively big. Very nice. Let's go around and see if we can find these other rares. Even with the increased damage resistance they get whenever the delirium monsters are attacking, we still just melted. I've been dying more this league. Me too. I have been dying more than I've ever died in this game. You come from a minion build. Okay. Yeah, I've been dying a lot. Like, much more than last season. But more than anything, it's just harder to procure defenses unless you're going pure energy shield, because armor isn't in the best state necessarily, and then any hybrid armor evasion is, in my opinion, that's not very viable. I couldn't run it. Evasion energy shield's fine, but you have to sacrifice tons of damage, so it's like I don't want to sacrifice tons of damage, so I'm only at 1700 shield, which is terrible. If I could be at 2500 shield or something like that, that'd be much better, but I just don't have the means to acquire that much. I don't know why he's not dying. Proximal tangibility. But yeah, I've been dying a lot more than ever. Isn't that what she said? Deceptively big. Matthias. That's funny. I'm just saying, man. The AoE is just like, you think like, oh, I avoided it. It's like, boom, you're dead anyways. Distilled Fear, very good. I don't know how much we racked up there, but must have been at least a 5. Okay, go this way then. All the dead ends in this level. Ugh. The bloomin' onion. Why aren't these guys done? What? Why aren't you dying? Are they literally just invincible? I mean, that's... I don't know what was happening. They didn't want to die. I missed. I missed. I'm at 7k ES, and wow, 7k? I'm at 1700, and this is why I die so much. I need more health, but there's just no way for me to get that much more energy shield. Makes it very tough to survive. I want to be in a position where I don't get one shot unless it's literally a technique that's supposed to one shot you. Like, okay, it's the Arbiter of Ash. I expect to get one shot there. But I'm getting one shot by AoE slams and things like that that I know I shouldn't be dying to. That's new. Wait, the Wisp? Where's the Wisp? Oh gosh. You're not the Wisp. It always takes you in like the most random directions too. Primate touched. I've been touched by all kinds of things. Apparently, the Ox touch is my favorite though. Ow. I didn't die. Wait, where's this brother at? Poke! These smoky are intangible. Yeah. But the thing is, I didn't think they were all proximal intangibility. I love the fact that they changed the proximal intangibility. Like, there's a visual effect now, you can see. And it's so nice, because before you'd be like, huh, why can't I hit them? Am I just missing them? And then... But I was hitting those enemies. They were getting shocked. I think it's because... Remember, if enemies are near the shrine, they get empowered by the shrine. And that was like a diamond shrine, so I don't know exactly what that does, because I've never been able to read the effects, because I play on console, so you can't like hover over the effect of the shrine. But I think they had some increased damage resistance or something, because I was hitting them. And the lightning was forking and everything, so I was definitely making contact with them. But it was just funny, because I was like, they're not dying. Proximal tangibility goes right through them. And it does have that smoky effect, like you said. Poke. Oh, I want to go punch Gianor now. I'm so mad at Gianor. I cannot believe it. Still so disappointed in myself about that. I should have played way cleaner. 9 monsters. 1 monsters. Louisem says, I saw a Lich with 20k ES. He could survive many of Arbiter's mechanics in a row. Quite nice. Nice. 20k, that's just disgusting. But you see how you can scale your defense up that much with Energy Shield. No other defensive mechanism allows you to have that level of defense, ever. Armor will never get you there because you'd also have to have health. But just because you level up armor, you have to find... There's no... pure like, hey, 10% increased health because you've gotten all these armor nodes here. Nothing like that. As an energy shield, it's like you can get a 60% bonus in energy shield, right? Patient barrier, for example. But your evasion, again, evasion, the way it works with the entropy value is you're going to get hit eventually. But once you get hit, can you tank the hit? Probably not, because you're not spec'd into a bunch of health. Armor and evasion, it's not really a good matchup because you need to spec in a lot of health. Once you get hit, can you tank it? Probably not. Energy shield evasion is nice because if you get hit, ideally you'd be able to scale your energy shield much higher than you could any other defense. But in this particular situation, I'm just not able to get there. Like I can't get that level of defense right now. Let's see. Oh my gosh, this is so cool. The Crown of Eyes Coral Circlet. This is a new unique, guys. It says you get increased energy. Ooh, but not enough. I need more than that. 150 to accuracy rating, 13 to all attributes, -10 to fire resistance, increases and reductions to spell damage, also apply to attacks. That is really cool. Turning, gazing, blinking, behold the eyes of void. Burning, raising, drinking, your mind is destroyed. That's cool. That is a really nice looking one. And if I was a spell user, a spellcaster, I would probably use it. That is really nice. We got a new unique, guys. Finally. What is, I already have one of these. 146.26.5. 146.26.5. And then 10. These are never really that important, so whatever. So sad. 200, okay. Throw my gems in here. These bad boys. Louisem says, counterintuitive that mages are tanks in this game. I wonder how this ascendancy with several defensive nodes is doing. Oh man, the Lich and all that stuff they're fantastic when it comes to defense. They have all kinds of layers of defense. The problem with like the Huntress, right, is that you don't really, you have evasion, right? But then you can't really spec into, say for example, you want to go armor, right? You can't really do that unless you start going over here, getting armor evasion type stuff. That's very far away. So armor evasion isn't ideal. So then you say, okay, if I go pure evasion, well, you're going to get hit and you're going to die in one hit once you get hit. So that's not good. So then you kind of have to start routing back up towards the monk, which is where I'm happy. I'm happy with the monk area, right? And so you can start getting some energy shield evasion right here. So, and of course, if you spec even more, you could get these nodes too. I mean, like, if I really wanted to, I could certainly sacrifice one of these, like, whatever, these crit chance nodes or something, right? And figure out how to then put these nodes here. But I just really love the way it works right now for me because I'm just doing all kinds of damage. And the problem is, like, if I get hit, I'm dead, right? So, like, all of this is almost required. The increased accuracy, the herald damage, all that. It's almost like part of the requirements for this build to work. And it's so attribute heavy, I can't really sacrifice much there. But I mean, technically I could probably get rid of some of these. That's only 4 nodes. I'd need to go up here. 4, 5, 6, yeah. And really these are the only nodes that matter. I just don't have enough energy shield. I have Storm charged. I could try and anoint, you know, this. I don't know why it doesn't give you like the impact you'd have. It says no skills affected. Well, clearly I have Energy Shield, but I'm not sure why it does that. So I might have to like drop Storm charged, for example, what I've anointed, and then potentially get something different, or I don't know, do we drop these nodes? I just don't know. These nodes are all very important for the lightning damage. I have no clue what I can possibly sacrifice without gaining a lot more levels. And leveling beyond what I'm at now, like I'll get to level 93 at some point. I have died a million times though, so I would have gotten here. 93 would be this. I'd have a little bit more energy shield. Unfortunately, I can't see how much because, you know, whatever. It's not letting me see it. But then that'd be 93, 94, 95, 96, 97, 98, 99, 100. I mean, come on, right? You're never going to get to 100. These are just so big as well, though, in terms of the damage you get. So I don't know. I'd hate to sacrifice these. I don't know what I could potentially let go of, unless it's maybe this damage here. That's 3, 4, 5. I'm losing all kinds of damage at that point. And I've already sacrificed all of my damage nodes for these jewels that instead give me increased energy shield. So 20% increased energy shield, 20% increased energy shield, 20% increased energy shield. And there aren't any other jewel nodes that I can grab because jewel nodes have been nerfed to the 9s. Like they're impossible to find unless you route way out of the way. So 1, 2, 3. I could have 3 and potentially get another 20% more shield. I just wouldn't know what to sacrifice there. 3 nodes I'd have to give up. And I need all of these, unfortunately. I don't know. I don't really have any room for improvement. And that's what's really sad. I'm like, I don't know how to get better. I don't know what to do. Yes. All this knowledge, 900 hours of playing this damn game, and I'm like, I don't know how to solve that. I'll agree your step. Oh, there's another map here. Look at this. Untainted Paradise. XP gain. But yeah, it is odd that the energy shield based mages are the tankiest characters in the entire game, you know? I had no room for improvement without sacrificing lots of damage, and that's just something I refuse to do. My build is very attribute heavy as well, so it's like I can't necessarily remove any of my amulets or anything like that. I'm in a position where it's like I just have to get, I don't know, more energy shield and the most efficient way possible. I don't know how to do that just yet. But yeah, I'm in a weird spot defensively. In a weird spot. Some jewels can give you up to 20% max ES. Not sure if you have many jewel nodes. You saw that, right? Every jewel node I have is 20% increased ES. I just showed my passive tree, and every single one of those are sapphires that have 20% max energy shield. So I don't get a... I mean, it helps a little bit, I mean, because I was close to like 1,000. But now at least I have 1,700, which is a little bit better. Not much, but a little bit better. How come I didn't? Okay. So yeah, I'm not getting nearly as much. I thought I'd be above 2,000 with all those increases. but it didn't get me above 2,000. I'm barely at 1,700 right now. And for some reason, because in the passive tree, it doesn't show you like a preview of what your numbers would look like anymore. I don't want to like put in patient barrier, lose storm charged, and then be like, oh, I only get 1,800, you know? So that's what I'm kind of like, I'm hesitant to anoint it because you don't have the preview anymore. So yeah, that's kind of I'm in a tough spot. Most of the time, we're just clearing these maps, like one-shotting things and killing bosses and whatever else, and it's very easy. But the pinnacle encounters in Citadels is now where it kind of highlights some potential like weakness, you know? Louisa, thank you so much. I appreciate you, Louisa. You're always so kind and so generous. Thank you, thank you. I always appreciate you guys so much, and your viewership, meaning you just watching, is always more than enough. But that any like little Ko-fi or super chats, like those go so long. It goes a very long way, and I really appreciate it. As a full-time creator, like those things actually help out so much, because otherwise it's kind of just based on like AdSense, like hopefully, you know, there's interaction with ads and whatever else, because that's all it's based off of. So things like that are just so huge. So thank you so much, Louisa. You're so kind. Thank you, thank you. I really appreciate you. You're not gonna get in trouble. I thought you said you had to go to work. I don't want you to be late. Everybody usually watches me right before or right after they're done. I'm like, you're good, right? Don't be late. Don't be late. But yeah, I'm in a weird spot defense-wise. So like, I'm very glass cannon. The power output and damage output is huge. But if I get hit, I'm likely to die. And I don't like that. I like to be able to tank at least one, oh, I should have dodged that kind of hit, you know? But I can't. So, praise the tipster, says Matthias. Indeed. Thank you so much, Louisa. You are a scholar and a gentleman. No, it means a lot. I thank you all so much for that. Like, you guys are so kind.
Lightning strikes twice.
Okay. I can live with this. Ow. I always hit the wall. Get out of here. Slowed me down, Slick. Ouch. Okay, very good. I'm okay with this. Now we go to the center. Kick all the butt. Now here's the thing, right? Have you noticed, right? I defeated a rare enemy and I didn't get a checkpoint. So the checkpoints that are supposed to appear immediately upon defeating the last rares aren't always populating. And those are like, you really miss it whenever you don't, because we never got that quality of life before. But now that you have it and it doesn't work, you feel it. It's much more apparent. You're like, ooh, I didn't get that. It didn't spawn like it's supposed to. So like it's much more apparent because they spoiled us. 16 monsters will live, let them tell the tale. There's always this bird right here. I was always thinking it was like an Easter egg or something, but I've not been able to interact with it ever, so. Crazy stuff. Alright. We'll go here. Damage with crossbows, charm charges, and okay, so nothing crazy. I'll just try and sell it though. If they're already kind of like juice, but they're just not for my build, we'll definitely just get rid of them. Strong boxes, so we can go ahead and juice this one. Anything other than lower than 15, so 15 or lower is fine. We'll go ahead and get rid of that. 13% increased rarity. Somebody will definitely want this. There were people trying to purchase things, but I was in the middle of that Citadel, so probably not gonna work out. so disappointed. We're going bluff. And we'll clear this out. We'll have a better field of view, and then we'll go route towards the pretty much the Nexus. And we have a handful of uniques. We have Untainted Paradise, which wouldn't be bad to route to, but I don't want to die. I want to wait till I'm like at maybe 70 to 80% before I run Untainted Paradise. Very nice. Oh, this guy. These prowling shades are so annoying. But you're not shocked? Why aren't you shocked? Hey, now you're shocked. That was scary because he was actually exploding corpses and I was anticipating to kill him. Yo! Matthias says, oh my goodness, what a sad state of affairs for the movies. They just interrupted your stream to let me know the horror movie Clown in a Cornfield is coming. Clown in a Cornfield. The hell is that? See, like, that's the problem. Whenever we complain, like, hey, y'all need to make new stuff instead of rebooting and remaking everything that's already been made and was great 20 years ago, actually 40 years ago in the 80s, and then instead they're like, you know what? I think we should come up with something new. These kids are right. Clown in the Cornfield. Like, is that their bet? Like, are they on drugs? I think so. That's the only explanation. Massive amounts of illegal drugs pumping through their veins, and they're like, yep, let's do this. And who funds this? Who's the clown that's like, yes, this is gonna be it? Who the balls? Okay. He just exploded. I don't like that guy. Come on, Wispy. Come on, Wispy. Clown in a Cornfield, baby. Coming to theaters near you. You're dead. Oh, this is a juiced up tower, my gosh. Give me them breach splinters, baby. Neural Catalyst. I like it. I don't know where to go. I need more kills. Need more monsters. Dang it. I couldn't keep it up. I couldn't keep up the, I couldn't maintain the killage. Boom, boom, boom. That sounds legit. We're going with the explanation of the atrocities coming out of in theaters. Yeah, like that's just there's no other possible reason why, right? Who funds these though? Like who is actually backing these terrible, terrible ideas? Like, I think that's gonna be good. We'll put the clown in the corn. It's gonna kill people that go in the cornfield. It's gonna be so unique because it's never been done before. Yeah, no, that's stupid. That's just dumb. And it's not even inspired. That's the problem, like... disgusting. These damn clowns. Patches of ignited ground? Yes, please. Oh, chilled ground. I love burning ground. We'll just call it that. And then now we have a nice clear path. So we want to route to it the most clean possible. So we could actually go 1, 2. Aha! And we'll do that. Okay, even though it does take a little bit more of a deviation of sorts. There was something else I was gonna... Oh yes, I was gonna go die to Doriani. I guess I could try that too. Oh, I'm so mad. I'm disappointed that that happened. Very disappointed. Alright, let's go. Yeah. But Geonor is that dude. He's always been the one. He's been the only one. The only Citadel boss to ever kill me. Ah, that guy's like, I'm coming after you. The Trapper Hood. Clown in the cornfield. I bet there's a song for it too. I can't wait until the theme song. Clown in the cornfield, here we come. You know, it'd be something like that. And now the kids are gonna be singing it in the theaters, and it's gonna be bad. Overalls are gonna be cool again, because you know how fads are cyclical, right? All the fads are always in a cycle. You can pretty much predict what's gonna be cool. So now we got kids in overalls running around. Killed Yancy in 2 seconds. You dead. Alright, we got him out of the way. Boom. Oops, I missed. Ow. I'm going to watch a movie with a clown in it. I'll just rewatch Stephen King's It. At least I know it's a good story. Oh yeah, it's actually good storytelling. I prefer the older or the original iterations of It to the newer ones. I wasn't really a big fan of the newer movies. It was okay, but it was like the thing with Stephen King movies is I don't know what it is, but typically I don't know if it's like a budget thing or not. I don't know. I mean, I'm pretty sure, like, you know, I don't know what it is, but there's always like this weird like B-movie quality to the stuff. And I don't like. I like the movies. That's not the point. The problem is like the delivery sometimes, right? So like if you're not a fan of Stephen King or his works or whatever, like you start to like, you'd be like, I don't know. Now the newer It movies had, you know, they had budget and whatever. That's fine. But I'm just saying like the original ones, like they just didn't seem to have that same budget. So like, I don't know. It just, I don't know how to put it in words, but like the delivery of the movies, because the budget's there. I'm thinking about it right now. I'm like, the effects are always nice. Like The Dark Tower. The Dark Tower, I was disappointed. I thought it was a great movie, and I was like, I'd read one of the books, and I was like, oh, this is gonna be sick. And I was like, yeah, that movie was just, you know, I mean, so the effects are there. I don't know what it is. You have good actors. I don't know what it is, but there's something that always like, it just doesn't land. So overalls be cool again. I'm pretty sure they were never cool, but if they were and became a trend, don't surprise. Oh yeah, they're gonna be amazing now. Clown in the cornfield, here we come. That's what's gonna be the theme song. Coming to theaters near you. Tim Curry was iconic as Pennywise. Oh yeah, no doubt. No doubt. He was incredible. He was also good in Clue. Yeah, the Skarsgård guy, people love him for some reason. And here he was in Crow, with the Crow remake, reboot, whatever, because, you know, that's all they ever do these days, reboots, remakes. I didn't see that because I'm very partial to Brandon Lee. I just didn't have that time. I wasn't going to theater much around that time either, so. But I would watch it. But I know I'd watch it and be very biased and be like, but Brandon Lee, is that gasoline I smell? I love that part. Mother is the name of God on the lips of children. So many quotables. But yeah, I'm sure it's a good movie. I just very partial to Mr. Lee. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know what it is about what's his nuts. What's his name again? The writer? Stephen King. Stephen King's movies. They just seem like they just never land. Like the Dark Tower movie should have been a frackin' series, like trilogy or whatever you want to call it. It could have been a whole slew of movies. But they kind of just consolidate into like one. I don't know. It just I like his work and like and stuff like that. That's not the point. But the problem is, I think that the greater audiences don't necessarily. It doesn't resonate with them as much, and I think that's why sometimes they don't perform too well from a whatever standpoint. So it's like, okay, we're not gonna do the sequel. It of course is gonna be timeless, you know. My damage, Batman. Zero monsters remain. Matthias says, I forced my wife to confront her fears when I forced her to see both parts of it remake in theaters. Yet my sister hates clowns. And that was a movie that absolutely terrified her. I mean, hell, it's scary even if you don't mind clowns. It's one of those movies. It's like, well, I hate clowns now. I didn't mind them before, but they're pretty bad now. The currency. The current state of things. I lost to Geonor. I feel like a loser. I can't shake it right now. It's eating at my brain, man. My brain cells. All I can think about and visualize is that loss. Ooh. More monster. I don't care. Doing this. Nobody can touch the original Crow movie or Brandon Lee, and I saw the new Crow movie on DVD with Skarsgård. They seem to go with a more up-to-date and realistic version of the Crow story. Uh-huh. Okay. I really enjoyed that movie. It was I mean, like watching it now, it's kind of cornball. I mean, there's certain parts that are kind of cornball writing wise, but I mean, like it's still good. I mean, it's like peak 90s, early 2000s. No, it's 90s. Peak 90s, you know? Peak 90s grunge. Can't be beaten. Oh my gosh. Okay, that's I knew. Okay, it was you. The Ferritin Plaguebringer. Only you. Sir? Back. You just aren't gonna let me through? I asked nicely. Oh, lovely. One of these. I'm not going to do this. I'm not doing the expedition until the very end, because I will die. You've seen how juiced those enemies can get. And if they have any runic monsters, that not runic monsters, but the ones that create runes on the floor, yeah, you're toast. They're going to be nerfing those bad boys with 0.2.0 G. So. Get out of here. Get out of here. Wait, is there ignited ground here, or are they just happy to see me? Why does this map keep going up? Thank you. Okay. One joke that I tell people sometimes, says Matthias, you know what I think is funny? One clown punching another clown in the face. Now that's... That's funny. You know what joke I really like, which is it's from Watchmen. Whenever Rorschach is telling the joke about the great Pagliotto or whatever, and it's like, it's like there's a man that goes to the therapist and he says he's depressed and he's sad and whatever, and then the therapist says, oh, that's no problem because the great Pagliotto is here and he's in town. Go watch one of his shows. It'll pick you right up. And he's like, I am the great Pagliotto. He's like, oh no, like that sucks, right? It's like, see, Even though he's portraying to be happy, he's miserable. That's funny. He's like, good joke. Rorschach's my favorite character. Shaman mantle. Have like 50 of those. I can do 1,000. Punch. No problem mapping, I tell you. Bossing, also not a problem. Pinnacle, on the other hand, if it's not level 0, I may die. This is a big map. Deceptively big, Matthias. All he is. Get out of here. Oh gosh, I don't have any juice. Okay, now we can circle up around here. So if I can get 2,500 shield, that might solve the problem. I'm gonna experiment with stuff. I might even do it on stream, actually. I remember that line from that movie. My friend used to go to parties and say that he had the whole thing memorized. Evidently, he just loved attention. It's like, he said he had it memorized, but he didn't. Oh wow, a whole little pack of enemies is sitting there. And then we'll go down this way, and then we'll try. We will attempt. We'll go ahead and attempt the expedition. I say we pick kind of wisely. Screw it. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Pick wisely. What a clown. Would I never? Never would I ever. I'm here to win, baby. Oh! Die, demons. Son of a mother. And then they all die anyways. Hold on. There's stuff happening. How close is this? Did they all die? I don't even know. Like, a lot of stuff was happening right there. I threw my last spear. I lost all my XP. Very nice. We're back at 92, baby. I'm pretty sure I won. Nope, they're here. Now I won. That's all I had to do. That's not frustrating at all. Alright. Thanks, Rog, for the help, you jack. You jackwagon.
Yes.
Then we got this one. Do your worst. Pretty sure I have 50 of these. Oh, I don't. Not anymore. And the legacy server I do. Okay, we're just stacking these things up. 16 means I'll keep it. After this, we can tag this and then go straight to the Nexus. But we'll have the Nexus ready at the very least, and then we should probably route Citadels, right? Since I did talk about that a little bit. I died to this one, and Doriani is the other one. It's right here. Okay, maybe we go Doriani. Oh, he did have the whole thing memorized. Oh, I see, I see. I think his motivation for a second was to get attention, because in the story, remember, that's just it. I am the great Malenko. I see, I see.
Straight through the art. Come on. That was almost a challenge.
Grab this, and then we'll go up here. This should be a smaller path than what's to the left. We'll see. Okay, maybe not. Give me strength. Okay, now we can go faster. Gotta go fast. Little thing, you gotta go fast, man. 'Cause I got like acceleration. Slowing me down, Slick. Come on.
This is what I get for bring.
Ox touched.
Another hunt, another trophy.
I think I have that unique staff as well, actually. Because the guy's therapist tells him after he says nothing, he does make him happy. So the therapist eventually says there's the clown in town called the Great Malenko that makes everyone laugh and be happy. And the guy's like, that's just this, Doc. I am the Great Malenko. I guess I didn't understand that before then. That's interesting. I never saw it from that perspective, I guess. That's very interesting because I was like, oh. That gives you like a newfound understanding. You're dead, bog-filled, whatever. I didn't see his name. Ent. Chaos.
Right, bounty. Part of the storm.
Oof. 2 rares at once? Super dead. Boom, and then I'll kill you. So many enemies. Sleek jacket. Why are you both teleporting? That's That's weird. So you're both rares. I just didn't notice. Okay. I see now. Oh, we'll end that particular map right there then. That's fine. So yeah, basically, the great Malenko puts on a show and a false facade character to make everyone else laugh and be happy, but yet inside he himself isn't happy. It kind of reminds me of Robin. I know, that does. That does. A lot of those like great comedians, they suffer from like, what is it? They're bipolar, you know, when they have the mania aspect of it too. I forget the proper diagnosis or whatever, but essentially like they put on this really happy kind of facade, as you said, and they themselves are just not. So it's like sometimes like you think, oh man, the happiest people or whatever. It's like, but they're not. They're actually quite sad, and they do that to hopefully portray that and like, hey, if I can create that feeling, maybe I'll be happy. But a lot of times they just don't. Go here, go here, go here. I cannot wait until I have a bunch of chance orbs. I'm gonna go crazy on these. Okay. We could do that, but let's go do something more risky and potentially more frustrating. The Stone Citadel. I don't want extra damage. I want 0 extra damage, so I will find a map that suits me. Bleed on hit isn't terrible. More life also isn't the worst. I can survive more life. I can fight past that. Crit damage bonus, no thanks. I'm also okay with this. Let's do some stuff. I'll remove this. No extra damage, please. More life? Fine. I'll do it. Alright guys, let's not die. I don't care about XP necessarily. I only need 1 level, and I'm only gonna get another, whatever, 12% or whatever of the, another 12% of my shields. It's not a big deal. Let us survive.
Lightning strike class.
I think I see the breach already. Thought I saw, yeah, already. How are you not dead? Why are you guys so fast? That guy's slow as hell. I mean, it's like your entire people were like a whole trial. You guys are just jumping at me like crazy, doing flips and all that. I know the Valor fast. Don't try and deceive. These guys are so fast. Now they're all running slow. What the hell? Maybe he haste ordered them or something. They made haste. That's the second half. I don't necessarily want to go there. Still have a whole half down here that we can explore. So nice. Yeah. Two rares like right next to, they just love getting in like little packs. I'm like, dudes, in this update I've seen rares so closely packed together, it's just nuts. Whatever, let's do it, right? I fear no man. Where is everybody? There's like no monster density. There's one. Where are all the monsters? These are Val. These are not monsters. That's a monster. Yeah, that was the worst breach ever.
Clean kill.
There are like 8 demons. I feel slighted. This map is huge, by the way. We still have to go all the way back to our beginning point, essentially. Where it all began. And we gotta go all the way on this side. Why don't you materialize so I can kill you? Nothing inside.
Piece of filth. Lightning strike twice.
Oh gosh. That was scary. They hit me so hard. Like, ow? Lightning strikes twice. So it cleared up a bit. It's not, I mean, it's not even, it's a little cloudy outside, but it seems like it's a lot warmer now and it hasn't been any rain, but it was raining all morning. I think it's supposed to rain tomorrow too. Love rain. Oh, they have extra projectiles, I see. That can be really bad. Y'all are so aggressive. Can we not parlay? Talk about it. I cannot let them or detonate those orbs or I am toast. That wasn't terrifying. Oh my gosh, I was wondering where you went. He was right there all along. Oh! I ran for some gold. I gotta love running straight into danger for a little bit of gold. I'd be a pirate.
Storm strike.
Where'd he go? Wasn't gonna let him survive after he tagged me. Oh, you're just still alive, huh? Doing all the backflips and stuff. You're still alive. Okay, he's not in the smoke. He must be dead. The guy will scour every inch of this map. Let's see. We're gonna go this way. So many enemies. Oh my God. These maps are too big. These maps are too big. Ah, you bastard. Don't you do it. Another. The Legionnaires, man. They can tank like nobody's business. Don't they have increased resistances? Yo, no they don't. I don't know what they have. Oh, they have 71% increased life. Oh, goody. A wisp. Wait, he just died? I wasn't. What? I didn't even know it was activated. What a sham. I didn't know it was even activated. That's no fun. I didn't realize. Usually you hear music. There's some music that plays. It's unique to like the Wisp encounter, or Delwyn will appear, but they both failed. Yeah. Oh, you. I hate these guys. If I can find them and see them, they're gonna die. Rest assured. That explains why it felt like it took forever, because they do have 71% additional health, which is a that's chunky. That's chunky. Alright, let's do this. 10 minutes in, can we win? I think so.
So, at the eve of the end, the demon of Hatzoatl has finally...
It says defeat the stone and copper Citadel boss. What the hell is that supposed to mean?
Weren't we supposed to be allies? Stone fight!
Get shocked, fool.
Inevitable. Nothing can stand against us. I can't give up.
Okay, lovely. You just decided to do that right now. I activated all those on purpose.
No, I will succeed.
No, you won't. Ow, okay, he might succeed.
The world is nigh. Burn to ash, demon of Hatzoatl. Face the might of the Baal. Existence is merely energy.
I win! See, Dorian never kills me. Geonor, on the other hand. Oh, back when I was a brave lad, I'd run some juicy, juicy maps. Get 2 to 3 fragments guaranteed.
Home away from home.
It's a good time to be alive. Good time to be exiled from the motherland. Well, we did what we came to do, did we not? Now we just need a Jamon Ra map. GG's! Thank you so much, sir. I appreciate your support. Ooh, rare monsters have an additional modifier. This would be something that's really good for, of course, the Pharaoh's Megalith. So we'll keep that. That's a juicy boy. Heralds deal 22% increased damage. Stun threshold. Okay. Ooh. Let's just juice this now because I'm intrigued. Increased shock duration. Okay. And lightning damage. I think people are going to like this. Not the best rolls. But I can get some cash for it. I can get some coin for it. Oof, okay. Green. That is green because I won. Yes. The other one's red because, I don't know, there was some glitch in the Matrix. I don't recall. I don't recall what happened. It's fuzzy. Just kidding. Okay, cool. That's a Citadel. So we did attempt multiple Citadels. We've cleared out some unique maps. There's my Castaway. I love it. Get it. Castaway. That's the one I failed. That would be what, a mountain biome? Yep, it is. I'm keeping that. Well, actually, there's no way to reactivate a map, right? Maybe there is. I don't know. I mean, maybe now there is. And then there's a second Castaway. So that's Castaway 1 and 2. Okay. So I can route to that one. Then we have another unique map. Untainted Paradise. Alright, well, I say we go here. Oh, these are all juicy boys. I didn't know that. More life? Why not? Let's give more life to monsters. 70% extra life, why not? I see no issue with that. Oh, I missed. Ow, my face. Oh, they're dead. A gloom shrine? Another rare. All of them are just going down. Another rare down. And then the death, it's like, I don't get one shot, sir. Give me that exalt. It's my currency. Don't do it. That was the monk. He's dead now. He's gone. He's actually pretty tough if you let the fight go on. I love that we've been facing off with a handful of rogue exiles. Archangela. 2 minutes 20 seconds to clear that. I don't think we stopped moving or running forward. Whoa, you look cool. Crit hit chance, armor, fire resistance, the pied de resistance, behemoth. Not anymore. Okay. Any more unique maps? Darn it. Nothing. Got a little bit more visibility though, which is that's fair. We can juice some of these mothers up. I think I have some decent ones. What would we want, really? Strong boxes aren't bad. I love that. Yeah, let's do that. And quantity? I feel like I can have more quantity than that. Gold and quantity. I don't know. Let's see. I think you go breach. Monster density. There you go. All right, and then we'll currency these up. And when they go activate the tower, I always forget to juice the towers after. I don't know why. Beautiful! Okay, now all of these maps are super juiced. That didn't get juiced at all. That's interesting. Okay, there was another thing I was gonna do. I don't remember what. Was it just the Nexus? I guess it was, huh? Oh, my Nexus live in Texas. I guess that's it. Going to backwash. Let's go all the way. We're starting to juice the maps one level further, now having just the 2 attempts, which gives us 3 portals. The 1 portal enter, and then the 2 attempts that you would have, you know, if you were to die. So, we shall see how it works. Keep moving. Not going to the dead ends, of course.
The hunt is on.
That's the bridge to cross the second half. This should all just be kind of like dead end territory here, hopefully. But will we be rewarded for our due diligence? Get a div or something. No? Okay. There's the second bridge. This should all be dead end. Oh, there's the demons. Down we go. So yeah, going back to the other day when I brought to your attention Baby Driver, yeah. If you ever decide to watch it and give it a chance, you'll have to let me know your thoughts. Okay, for sure, Baby Driver. Yeah, we like watching Jamie Foxx movies. We're fans. He's just always the unlikely hero. Like, he must have like a no death clause or something. Like, he's always the freaking hero. He has so much plot armor in every movie. And that's why I'm like, dude, I know he's gonna be like, I don't know. But now and then lately, I say in recent years, he's been like this more like badass character. Before he was kind of like, oh, I might be the nerdy hero or like the whatever. And then now he's like some action hero. I'm like, since when is Jamie Foxx Denzel Washingtoning everything? Like, Denzel Washington, you know he's gonna be a badass. He's a badass in every movie, or he's like an excellent, awesome like father or something. But he's always a badass. So like an Equalizer, you know he's gonna kick all the ass. But it's just odd because like, wait, Jamie Foxx is like kicking ass now? I thought he's usually like goofy. But he never dies. Ever. Never dies. And he always beats whoever was technically cooler than him. I'm like, how? But yeah, it's just the way it's happened. But I enjoy him or his movies. He's funny. I swear he's got a no death clause in his contract. He's like The Rock. Can't lose ever on screen. So many rares. I need a good drop. I already got one of those today. Thank you though for answering my call. I did ask for a nice drop. Oh my gosh, okay. I need another nice drop. Right now. If you keep demanding it, you just have to complain, I tell you, and this game just gives you what you ask for. Ah, the kitty cats. Okay, that was scary. I need more loot. There's not enough loot in this game. I think I got like 3 uniques. That's insane. 3 uniques like back to back. I'm telling you, I either get no uniques or 3. They drop in 3s, I tell you. Thing of beauty. No more monsters. Oh, that was great. That was very, very satisfying.
Speak.
Identify. What did I get? You suck. What is this? A dowsing charm. Used when you become ignited. Didn't I just trade to you? 22% chance to gain a charge when you kill an enemy. Ignite enemies in presence. Is it a charge for like my frenzy or like a charge for like this? Ignite enemies in presence as though dealing fire damage. What? I want that. Hold on, Bullgraph or whatever your name is. He's an impatient buddy. What does he want that for so much? Rarity and strong boxes? Take it. For a bargain. Oh, everybody wants that. Whoops. Probably selling it for too cheap. That's okay. It's gone, brother. It's gone. I want this. Yeah, screw this. This never helps me. Used when you take fire damage. Grants up to maximum range. Yeah, whatever. We're going here. We're throwing this in the unique stash. That just seems so cool. Is it a charge for this particular item? They found a crying child tied to a frozen pyre. She was clad in ice, but the village was ash. Damn, that's cool. I like that. I mean, not the fact that the poor child died, but she got her revenge. I respect it. 98, 10, 15. 98, 10, 15. 20. Reduce tote life. Okay, we don't want that. I don't know. People aren't buying uniques from me, so I'm just going to destroy them all. You don't want them. Go away. Go away. Chance to shock, that could be good. I am excited. Let's go. I hope I get ignited sometime soon. It's gonna be great. Ugh. Oh, I can't even do that one. Okay, never mind. We'll do this one. Let's kick some booty. All right, we're gonna go to and run this Nexus. I have no clue. It's Sump, so Sump means I think we'll be fighting Ignagduke, Eater of Children, even though they changed her name from Eater of Children to like something more PC.
Come on.
Ow.
Lightning shot is gone.
Get out of here. Get out of here. Give me all the gold. Armor scrap, thank you. Taking the scenic route. I saw the shrine, don't worry. Again, melting these maps, and I'll kill all the map bosses as well. It's just the pinnacle encounters. It's a little more difficult because it's just my survivability. Like, I can get hit, and it hurts. Ow, what the? Oh my gosh, they're everywhere. Last hand? Yes, yes, prayer hands. Prayer hands. We got this, boom, boom, boom.
Plants, what's few poison? Just me luck.
Okay. That was intense. But we had Gloom to help us, which was even better. Gave us even more damage.
Come on then. What you hiding?
Give me the Waystones. Very nice. Also going back to what you said earlier, there's supposed to be a Stephen King's Dark Tower series coming, one of the streaming sites. Yeah, I saw, so it's Matthew McConaughey and Idris Elba is the gunslinger. And I saw it and it was good. I don't know if it's like a... You're saying it's a series though. That's cool because they're actually hopefully bringing it back because the movie didn't do too well and so they're like, yep, we're done. But that's what I was saying, like, man, I wish that the movies resonated more. There's just something about them that just doesn't... Like, it's just not as epic as his books, ever. and some of the like horror elements sometimes, like that was a pretty creepy book, honestly. But the way they made it, it was more like, I don't know, it was like more like friendly supernatural style stuff. But it, you know, it's really dark, the book, at least the one I read, and so I was like expecting that creepy element to it, that eeriness, and it wasn't there. So I guess they're not doing the movie anymore, but they're doing a TV series. That'd be good. I'd watch it. I just wish that it would capture that element of horror, because there's a huge element of that going on, especially with Matthew McConaughey's character. My eyebrows itch. Hold on. Okay. Oh gosh, I am in poison right now. Oh, let me go get that mama and the greater jeweler's orb. I've been looking for you. Good loot, right? Like, we've been getting great loot. And we've gotten a few uniques that are unique to Dawn of the Hunt, so whatever. You know, I'm not angry about that, but I'm getting more now that we've collected a handful. Not just getting the same ones from 0.1. Okay, Ignite Duke? Oh shoot, we're gonna be fighting Big Boy here too. He's gonna fly around, right? Yes. Ah, you stupid witch. Literally. You're dead. Okay, now. Oh, whoa, 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 it's Skittermine. I've never seen Skittermine before. I mean, I've not seen him as the boss for this. Underwhelming. Underwhelming indeed. Doryani, proceed.
We are deep into the most dangerous areas now.
Yeah, we are.
This creature is far different from the type you defeated before. It looks to be the center of a hive mind. A legion of mutated creatures without brains, acting as one. I never even considered such a thing possible, or we would have experimented with it at Agorat. In any case, I will continue my dissections. There is something very disturbing about the arc of these mutations.
So I wonder if I'm now reaching a new tier of brother, you know, like, am I reaching like a new tier of like these Atlas points where now the encounters that I have are going to be like, instead of the Eater of Flesh, I have Skittermind, and then maybe there's even more. I imagine
It's quiet like.
there could be different tiers of these creatures. So that was 6. So I guess after doing 5, then 6 gives us a new encounter.
Continue clearing corruption. It is the only thing we can do.
Okay.
Indeed.
That's all you ever talk about is corruption, man. Increase rarity of items. Love that. Okay, we'll currency these up and sell them. All in a day's work.
You did?
We'll apply our points too. Let's see, I think I was going rarity, and I felt it. I felt the rarity doing rare stuff. We want more rare. You can get up to 40 points, so that means we can spec into, I'm thinking maybe either essences so we can get greater essences, or wisps so we can get those nice talismans. Strong boxes aren't a bad choice either. I don't remember this. Is that actually happening? Am I fighting two of the same rare monster? It might be possible. Yeah, it is. I just fought two of the big guys. That's right. They're right next to each other all the time too. So let's see. Maybe we start going here. What is random extra content? Oh, okay. Ooh, but you get less monster packs. I mean, I don't mind this. I don't know if that's helping me with my drops. It could be. Shrines don't matter, but the boxes do. Researcher strong boxes are the best. Okay, well maybe this is what we want then. So we start routing over here. I don't know. I don't know. I feel like I could technically go 1, 2, and then have more shrines, and then 1, 2. And then 1, 2. I don't know what this is. No, just here. Yeah, I could start doing that. That's fine. So next goes here. Yeah. Quantity. I didn't realize I had those points. I've applied those points. I've applied the... Okay, we're good. I was like, hold on now. I had all these extra points I wasn't even aware of. Matthias says, it's cool how the Dark Tower book series spans all of Stephen King's universe. He created and connects them all together. I know, it's like a multiverse, right? Love that. So now we have the cleansed area. Tons of cleansed maps here. I wonder if any of these have the Immured one. Immured Fury. Obelisk of Cleansing is really neat. Looking for the Immured Fury, because it was such a fun boss. I've only seen him the one time on my map, and then once when I was playing with Kirillese. See it. Dang, that would have been so cool to see him there, but I don't see him anywhere else. Huh. I don't know. Good run so far, though. I thought that was pretty solid. Unfortunately, we did die and whatever else, but I think the biggest takeaways are we need to find ways to increase our energy shield. Honestly, 12% more is not necessarily going to do anything special for me. So maybe reroute to these guys. Then we get 48% more as well. And we drop some of these damage nodes elsewhere. I don't know which ones I'm really comfortable with getting rid of. But I will be doing an upgraded build guide at some point, possibly today, possibly tomorrow. And we'll do our best to try and maximize the ability to survive pinnacle encounters. Because all in all, I think we're doing really, really great with mapping and bossing. It's just the pinnacle encounters are proving quite difficult. And if we lose some of these crit nodes, our damage will drop off significantly. So we just need to figure out what we want to do with that, how we want to address it. And if we do take nodes off, you know, for the sake of survivability, is it giving us enough, and are we sacrificing too much damage? So a few things to consider, but all in all, I am pretty excited about kind of where we're at. I think we're in a good space. I think damage-wise, we couldn't be any better. So really happy with that. But I think that we do need to focus on pinnacle survivability, and that'll be the next big thing. But like I said earlier, I am going to be updating my build guide for this particular character. It's slightly different from what I released a few days ago. I've been continuously upgrading it, so we'll be doing that. Let's see. Do you want it now? Other than that, guys, I want to say thank you all so much for supporting today and stopping by. It's always a pleasure to do these awesome streams for you guys. I've been having so much fun with this game. There are other games coming out down the horizon though, and I'm going to do maybe a quick poll to see if you guys want to see Clair Obscure. I think it's going to be really nice, and it'll be a nice change of pace too. And I don't know if we're able to play that game and see it. Well, I want to go to him. You can see the race scores. Oh, never mind. But in either case, we'll see what games we're going to be featuring, and we're going to be playing PoE all throughout, but that'll be like kind of our steady game that we go back to every once in a while because there's new content all the time for it. But we will be introducing the original games like we always have been, the Souls, like Metroidvanias, all that stuff. So be prepared to see some more variety, and of course more co-op. We have the Bloodborne stream this Friday, so be sure to check it out, 5 p.m. to 8 p.m. I know it's a different time, but it's so that more people could join. But I hope you guys enjoy. Thank you all so much again for stopping by. Thank you for all the support. Really appreciate it. And until next time, it's the Inhuman signing out. Stay tuned for tomorrow and be on the lookout for that guide. It's coming out very soon.